The room was actually quiet, ladies and gentlemen, but the moment was tense. Two old partners met again whilst pressure grew outside. Yes, so words were actually chosen slowly, ladies and gentlemen, and nothing was said by chance. Yes, so the talks were actually calmed, yet the risk felt close. Small choices here could bring help or cause a distance. Trust stood weak but not broken, ladies and gentlemen. The meeting was not actually loud, ladies and gentlemen, but its meaning was heavy. What was shared behind closed doors may shape how support, balance, and of course, ladies and gentlemen, cooperation move forward step by step in a time when nothing feels simple or sure. On the evening of Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen, January 20, 2026, a calm but important meeting took place in Ouagadougou, Burkina Faso capital. The Foreign Affairs Minister of Burkina Faso received the Ambassador of the United States of America. This meeting actually happened at a time when both countries hold different views on some issues, yet still chose to sit together and talk. Ladies and gentlemen, guess what? The setting was actually formal, but the tone was open and of course steady, drawing quiet attention. The talks were actually focused on keeping contacts alive. Both sides actually agreed that talking often and clearly matters, even when opinions do not actually fully match. The meeting showed a shared choice to avoid silence and of course instead keep doors opened. This moment actually marked a clear step forward, a steady dialogue with clear taking and every word is spoken. During the meeting, ladies and gentlemen, the Foreign Affairs Minister for Burkina Faso listened as the US ambassador explained her country's position. The ambassador shared that the United States of America wishes to continue helping Burkina Faso. Yes, she stressed that any help should follow the needs and plans set by the Burkinabe authorities or government. This point was made in a simple and of course calm way, keeping respect as the center. So ladies and gentlemen, the discussion did not actually rush. Each topic was actually handled slowly and carefully with space for clarity. The meeting showed that even with differences, both sides saw value in speaking directly. This approach set a careful tone for what the talks could mean next. Now before you continue, ladies and gentlemen, please like this video, subscribe and turn on notifications. Your support really helps us share clear and of course calm news with important personalities like you. Thank you so much. The meeting actually involved key figures, ladies and gentlemen, from both countries or states. On one side was the Foreign Affairs Minister for Burkina Faso speaking for his government. On the other side was the United States Ambassador representing Washington or US. Their exchange follows official steps, ladies and gentlemen, but it also reflected a wish to keep working together in useful areas. As the talks moved forward, ladies and gentlemen, several sectors were actually discussed. Yes, one focus was security and health. Both sides spoke about keeping technical and working support active. This support was actually described as ongoing and of course meant to assist daily needs without creating pressure or confusion. Yes, now the goal was actually simple help shaped by local plans. Trade and commerce also came into the discussion, ladies and gentlemen. Now, ladies and gentlemen, guess what? Efforts were also shared about linking business groups from both countries more closely. The idea was to help chambers of commerce and of course industry work together better. This was actually presented as a slow and careful process built on trust and of course shared interest. Another key part of the talks, ladies and gentlemen, was the fight against terrorism. The Foreign Affairs Minister of Burkina Faso explained that this issue needs a wide view. He shared that partners should look beyond only military actions. His message was clear but calm, pointing to the need for full support that includes many tools, not just force. Yes, so these talks, ladies and gentlemen, mattered because they showed that dialogue can actually continue even when views differ or are different. The meeting reflected a shared wish to avoid breaks in contact and instead focus on steady steps forward. Ladies and gentlemen, to understand better the meaning of this meeting, ladies and gentlemen, it helps to look at the wider setting. Burkina Faso and the United States of America have worked together for many years. Of course, over time, their relationship has actually faced challenges, puzzles, and of course, renewed effort. This meeting fits into the longer story, offering balance rather than sudden change. Yes, so reactions to the meeting stayed measured, ladies and gentlemen. There were no strong claims or sharp words. Instead, both sides actually spoke with care. The US ambassador repeated that her the country remains ready to support Burkina Faso as long as the help follows local goals. This response showed respect for national choice and of course planning. The Foreign Affairs Minister of Burkina Faso also shared his country's position clearly. He explained that, ladies and gentlemen, partners or partnerships are welcomed when they bring shared benefits. His words were steady and of course open. He said in a quote, Burkina Faso remains open to any mutually beneficial partnership, quotation closes. Ladies and gentlemen, this quote actually summed up the tone of the meeting without adding tension. Yes, so ladies and gentlemen, the focus on a broad approach to terrorism also drew attention, but stressing more than military action. The minister highlighted balance. This view actually matched the calm nature of the meeting and of course, ladies and gentlemen, avoided strong or emotional language. It also showed a desire for solutions that last. Overall, the meeting did not actually aim to solve what we call everything at once. Yes, instead, it aimed to keep talks alive and focused. This balance helped avoid pressure whilst still moving the relationship forward step by step. Yes, looking ahead, ladies and gentlemen, the meeting suggests a careful path forward. Both countries showed interest in keeping communication open. This does not actually mean all differences are gone, but it shows a shared wish to manage them through talk rather than silence. Now, the focus remains on steady work and of course mutual respect. Future cooperation may continue in areas like health, security and of course trade, guided by local needs. Yes, so the idea is not speed but stability. By keeping contacts regular, both sides can actually adjust and respond calmly as situations change. This approach, ladies and gentlemen, avoids shock and of course supports long-term understanding. The meeting also reminds partners that dialogue can actually exist even during hard times. Yes, so by choosing calm words and of course clear goals, both sides set an example of quiet diplomacy. This style keeps space for trust to grow slowly without loud claims or sudden moves. As this story develops, ladies and gentlemen, attention will remain on how these talks shaped real actions. For now, the message is simple and of course steady. Please like, subscribe and of course stay with us for more clear and respectful updates like this from Africa and beyond borders.